I've been a Christian for 5 months now, and growing up though, my family was very far removed from Christ. We didn't go to church. For generations of my family never went to church. There was never any religion of any sort. My family being so far removed from God, generations actually suffered through all kinds of abuse, alcohol and sexual abuse being primary. And as a young girl, I too became a victim of sexual abuse, and despite that though, I felt like I was okay. Even into my adulthood and my life as it progressed, I was blessed with a really good job, beautiful children, a wonderful relationship with a man who loves me, and I feel like I had all these blessings. But despite that, I always had this inner emptiness that I could never quite put my finger on. I felt like something was missing, but I didn't quite know what it was. My daughter went to a church camp, and it was something she'd never done before. And after her sharing with us her experience at camp that week, another family member of ours, Mr. G, was sitting down next to me, and he was sharing with me. I related to a couple things that he said. Number one, his struggle with his relationship with his father, because I related to that. And then number two, I also identified with his story about feeling like he was blessed. He had all these blessings in his life, but he always had this emptiness inside him too. Got very emotional, literally crying tears. And Mr. G moved to say, Angie, I feel like you're ready. Are you ready? And I was like, I don't know. And I'm just crying. And he was like, I really feel like you're ready. And we said the sinner's prayer, and I gave my life to Christ that day. And they were so excited for me. I, on the other hand, was completely whoa, not quite sure what I just did, but I felt different instantly. Mr. G encouraged me to find a local church as fast as possible. We decided Relevant was going to be the first church that we wanted to give a try. We were going to go that Sunday. We showed up at Relevant Church, and the experience was unbelievable. To walk into a church and feel so accepted, like they really wanted you to be there, was happy that you were there. I attended the next class, and that's where I kind of learned about baptism and what it was and what it meant. And after that class, I remember walking out of there feeling like I want to be baptized. I felt compelled. The following Sunday, we showed up for baptism Sunday. I stood up there, and I, nervous as all get out, but I gave my testimony and was baptized that day. And I can't tell you how much my life has changed since that day. It was like all that fear and all that doubt that whole time leading up to getting baptized and making that decision to go ahead and do it, not wait. All that was replaced. It was like God was like, Angie, you were obedient, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. And he showed up and showed out that day. I was sitting on the floor with my daughter Zoe, and I just remember her looking up at me and saying, Mom, I think I want to be baptized. And as we got to the back, I felt someone come up behind me and put their hand on my shoulder, and I kind of looked up, and it was my son Darius. And he's like, Mom, I want to do this too. My brother-in-law also came back to the back and was like, I need a couple more sets of t-shirts and shorts for Denver. And I was like, speechless. I can't even describe the emotion that came over me in that moment. As my children were in the back room changing into their t-shirt and shorts, honestly, I dropped my knees in that room, and I thank God for what he was just showing me how awesomely great he was. And because I was faithful and obedient to his word, it was like he gave me a gift in return. And it is one of the best experiences of my entire life. And it forever changed my family's life. Our family has been so different since that day. We're so filled with joy now. That inner emptiness that I always felt, I haven't felt that. I haven't felt that since I gave my life to Christ, and especially since baptism. It's like all that, God replaced all that was within me, and he's slowly filling me back up with love and joy and peace and comfort, and just knowing that I have a Father, the greatest Father of all time, and he loves me and he chose me. For anyone out there that, it was like me, that, has their doubts, maybe you believe in God, maybe you don't. But I'm here to tell you that, I have my doubts too, but I'm on the other side of that now, and I cannot describe the joy that has replaced all of that emptiness that I felt inside.